8 years ago, I was stuck at 4K MMR and had absolutely no clue how to analyze my own replays or improve by myself. Fast forward to today, I am 11K MMR and can analyze not only my own replays, but pros that are much higher MMR than I am without anyone else's help. In this video, I will teach you a learning method that I use to climb to 11K from 4K that will help you improve and gain MMR so fast that you will think you're dreaming. Alright guys, in today's class we will be learning how to analyze pros and then in return use that to improve our gameplay. So the first thing that you need to do, which is obviously find a replay of a pro. You can do that by either going to Dota 2 Pro Tracker, Dota Buff, Strats, wherever you can get this where you can get the replays from, or you can simply just go here and be like, oh, like a tournaments. Supposedly you go here and like, oh, I want to watch what ammar is doing or whatever the fuck, but I don't understand how to analyze this guy or how do I learn from him. Perhaps this one. Oh, I'm like, okay, I want to analyze satanic, so how do I analyze this guy and also learn from him, right? So this practice that we're about to do is actually pretty broken in a sense that if you do it a lot, as in let's just say I did this method for 50 replays of satanic, there's gonna be a point where you will actually start playing like him. Not exactly like him, of course, because he's rank 1, but very close to like him. It's like lengthy method, very tiring, but at the same time very rewarding. And if you can do it, it will really change the way you play the game. Yeah. So the method is quite simple actually. You're basically gonna be predicting what he's going to be doing. Now it's gonna be like, oh, sounds very simple, but how the fuck do I predict? He's a pro, I'm a fucking noob, so I can't really predict what he's going to do accurately, right? But that's the point. Like, the practice is basically, it starts from literally from the scoreboard. You don't even need to go inside the game. Like for example, let's just say you only see this draft, right? And you're like, okay, this is the lane that he's gonna be playing. You're gonna predict what his itemization is going to be. You're going to predict what he's going to do at certain situations. You're going to predict how he's going to play the lane, right? So the very first thing is that you can predict what early items he's going to buy. You're like, okay, if I was satanic here, I would buy these items. And then you look at his items like, oh, he doesn't have these items. Now you ask yourself why, right? Now this why thing is what's going to make you improve. We're not going to be like, you know, the point of the reason why I said that this is like a tiring method is because you're going to be pausing a lot, because 80-70% of the times you're going to be wrong, which is good, because when you're wrong you can be corrected and you can do this by yourself. You don't need anyone to tell you that. So basically, let's just say I just told myself that, okay, he should buy Quelling Blade, like mix, he should go mix build with Quelling Blade, and then I go inside the game and he X this. I'm like, why? I'm like, I'm already wrong, and I'm like, why did he go for this? And now I just think about it, I'm like, okay, this is like the maximum amount of stats that you can get from these items, so that's why probably he went for it. And he doesn't prefer buying Quelling Blade. Let's just say that he wants a lot of stats because of the lane he's going to be playing in. He's going to be playing versus, I think, Snapfire and Doom. He needs a lot of armor in this lane and he needs a lot of stats. So if he buys a Quelling Blade, he's probably going to miss out on some armor. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is almost 1 armor. And he also gets the magic 1 charges, so this is probably, he thinks that this is the best item build that he can get. So this is like a very small thing, but let's just suppose you already guess that, oh, he's gonna go 1 triple branch, and then it's like, okay, he did go 1 triple branch, you just move forward. Now it's like, you wanna ask yourself another thing. Like every part of the game, whatever part you wanna like think about, you can do that. You don't have to do every single thing, but you can be like, okay, his lane is gonna be this, so I want to know how will he play his lane. Right, and I want to know whether he would buy Dominator or not. Right now we can see that he wants to buy Dominator, but let's just suppose we did not see that. We would have to predict whether I would go Dominator in this lane or not on aim. What would my build be? And then you would see that, okay, I thought that I should go Treads into Battle Fury, but he's going Helm, so why is he going Helm? Right, so now you want to ask yourself, what the fuck does Helm give him that he would not get from Treads? So now when we like look at Helm, it's like, okay, this thing gives me 6 all attributes, 6 armor, 6 health regeneration, right? So it kind of tells you that, okay, this item is good in terms of like sustain, armor, HP regen, stats. These are all sustain. and also gives you a creep, obviously, and like a lot of gold and everything. But the basic point is that he's playing in a lane where he won't exactly be able to lane after a certain point. So he's thinking that, okay, if I buy a helm, I'll be able to do that, right? So that gives you like some answer to, okay, this is why he's going helm. And then let's just say you predict something and then you're wrong. You can always pause, you can go back, and then you can be like, okay, why did he not do this? Something simple as farming patterns, right? Let's just suppose he was like farming here and you're like, okay, he's gonna go, like after farming this, you're like, okay, he's gonna go for the small cap. Let's just say he ignores the small cap, he goes here. And now you want to go back and you want to ask yourself, why the fuck did he ignore this and then went here? You will come up with a lot of answers, right, in your mind. And now you want to think about the best possible answer. Now what this does is that you predicted he would go here because that is what you would do. And now that once you realize that, okay, this is the reason why he went here, it's probably because he wants to farm more gold and he doesn't have enough time left. That's probably the reason why he ignores this and goes here. Basically, whenever pros don't do something, it's probably because there's a better decision to make. And now you want to ask yourself, why is that better? What does that give us? What does that give him? And now that you finally come to the answer, it just gets engraved in your muscle memory, basically. And now when you play your own game, you're going to implement the same things. So this is how you can actually just like, constantly analyze pros and play like them. Let's just do an example, right? Let's just suppose you can even think about, okay, whether he's going to play for the boundary runes. I would not play for the boundary runes here, but if he does it, why does he do it? All of these things that you can kind of like basically question everything, predict everything, question every single move that he makes. Okay, let's see. And you can also, you don't really have to predict sometimes. Sometimes you can just simply, like, let's just say right now I'm not predicting shit, right? Sometimes it's going to be like he's going to do something and then you're going to realize it after he's already done it. And you won't understand why that happened. So you can pause and you can go back and then you can kind of like deduce why he did it. Come up with the conclusion that this is what, because the reason why you can come up with a conclusion because it's like you have all the time in the world to do it. It's like you have all the information that he has, but you can process it better than him, even him. Why? Because he's playing, he can't pause the game while he's playing, but you can. You can pause the game and you can take as much time as you need and you can build up a hypothesis, right? You're like, okay, this is why he did it, and now I'm gonna see whether that's correct. If it's not correct, you go back and you're like, okay, what else could be possible? Simply put. Okay, so now this is like interesting, right? You see that he already got tangos, and now it's like he has Quelling Blade in his quick buy, and then he has Helm. So my prediction is that he would not buy this Quelling Blade. The reason why I say that is because I think in this lane he needs to get his Helm as soon as possible, and if he spends 100 gold buying the Quelling Blade, it might hurt him, right? But that's my prediction, obviously. You guys can think in different manner, but this is my prediction right now, and this is what I'm going to see if that happens or not. It's like a lot of things. Like, for example, another thing. Let me just show you. We're not going to analyze the whole thing, but I'm just like teaching you how to do it. So usually you don't want to aggro the wave, right? In this moment, you don't want to aggro the wave ever because it just pushes into tower. You know that, everyone knows that. Not everyone, but let's just say good carry players know that, right? That you don't want to aggro the first wave because the lane pushes here. So now that you see them aggro here, you're like, why did he aggro? And then it's like you can instantly come up with an answer that, okay, the wave does not go inside tower, so it's good to aggro here, right? And then he aggroes again away from, it's like this thing has already happened, right? Because it's like quick, you can't predict this shit. And when he does that, you want to kind of figure out why is he doing that. That will also help you improve. And then you can like implement these things in your gameplay. Okay, so he bought Quelling. He is not waiting for help. He bought the Quelling. And now I'm thinking, okay, why did he, like, okay, so my prediction is wrong, right? I thought he would not buy Quelling, he would go for the help. Now I'm thinking, why? Because I think that Snapfire is going to press E, and Snapfire is just going to keep cooking this guy. Now the answer is, okay, if he doesn't believe that he needs an early helm, what could be the reason? So basically it means that if he's delaying this, then he does not believe that he will be harassed that much that he needs super early. So he's willing to risk it, right? So now I want to know why is that the case. So I'm looking at their heroes and I know that they will harass him. Now I'm going to look at his pos 5 because that's the only factor. There's two things there, right? Three things actually. So we want to see how does he get harassed. So Snapfire is going to press E, hit him, right? And I want to see like, is there any way that anti-mage can like evade this. Now conclusion is that, okay, if he blinks out, this guy cannot do this, or Oracle can just, disarm him. Two things that they can do to negate this. And Oracle also has heals, he has a salve and everything. So that is why he doesn't do this. So see, I basically paused the game and I figured it out. Like, why does he do that? You want to basically think about things that, okay, this is my conclusion, this is what he should be doing. And now you want to think about why he doesn't do it. You will get some idea. If you have zero idea in mind, then I actually don't know what you can do. But there will be, like, if you're predicting something, you will have some form of idea in your mind. You just have to change it. Okay, now we'll see if he gets harassed, if this decision is correct by him or not. So he's just chilling. They still have tangos. He still has healing. So their healing is like fine. So he doesn't exactly need to have Helm here. Okay, now you want to see another thing. It's like, okay, he held the wave here. He held the creep here. And now it's like, I already know that he's going to drag it here. Why would he do that? Because, like, you guys would never do this. Because simply put, you will never think this deep about the lane. But he will. Because he's playing versus the best players. If he doesn't do it, he will get punished for it, right? So he's going to do it. Now you want to ask yourself, why the fuck did he do this? And the answer is pretty simple, right? He's keeping the creep alive for a longer amount of time, which in return does what? Pushes this lane back towards him. If he didn't do that, or if he did one of these two things, if he dragged this creep inside tower, or if he like does not drag it here, this wave would be somewhere here, which is not good for him. So something that already happened, but we're like now figuring out why he did it. So it's good. Missed the fucking last hit, fucking noob. But yeah. But as you can see, his idea was correct about the lane. It's like he has the quelling blade, which helps him in basically last hitting, which is good. And now he's not getting harassed at all. He actually still has one tango. So his decision was better than mine. And now I know why his decision was better than mine. He really thought about it. Like, I would just skip it, or like, he's like maximizing the amount of things that he can do, which is how good usually it is. Okay, Helm is like a very disputed item. People say that no, you should not buy it on AM. It's not that good anymore. But the people who say that simply don't know how to use Helm. And a lot of you would think that, okay, how do you use Helm, right? It's like you're just going to see him do a lot of different things. And one of the key things about Helm is that if he's like forced to leave the lane, he doesn't actually have to lane with Helm. That's why Helm is like usually really good, right? And also helps him farm faster, of course. So you can kind of like predict or like see what he's doing. So here, let's say, okay, he's gonna like farm this camp with this Helm creep, but he does not, two things he does. He does not use Helm instantly, right, to change this creep. And then he also does not use this creep to push the lane. Now there's two things that you're kind of like curious about. Why did he not do that, right? Why does he not want this creep? So the answer is simple. This creep is better. Why is this creep better? What does it do? That's your answer here. Basically, the information will be on the screen. You just have to look, pretty much. So this creep is going to help him like farm faster than this one. That's why he doesn't change it, because you have to understand that Helm doesn't give you extra gold or extra experience. It just gives you the bounty of the creep. That's it. So if you can just farm it anyway, then you don't need to change the creep. You don't have to use it off cooldown. And now the answer, and now another question is, why the fuck does he not go here with the creep? Why is he like farming it himself? So I was gonna say he's gonna farm it, but he's even better than I am, right? He's just sending his fucking creep bot lane so they can open bot tower, right? Now you would never do that. I would never do that. No one would do that, right? But he's just like simply too good. So now you can think about, okay, why the fuck is he doing that? The answer is very simple. He wants to push this tower. And the lane is pushed in, right? This way you can like see the things and be like, okay, come to a conclusion. No matter how long it takes, it doesn't matter. As long as you get an idea, it's like now you have an idea, right? Okay, as anti-mage, if I get a creep and I see a wave like this, I can send it through gate and I can just push the lane, right? Now you would never have this idea unless you like actually analyze the replay, right, by yourself. I mean, this guy just like got insane amount of gold by using his echo on these creeps. But it's like whatever. Now another thing. So at this point of the game, AM is like Satanic is a bit scared of approaching this lane, simply because the enemy has Doom. He does not even have counterspell, right? So Most people, what they would do is they would use this creep to farm with them. But what he does here is he's gonna try to drag the wave if he can. It doesn't work out. But basically, that's what, if you're in like some situations, you can do that. Now he's using this creep, and what's his decision here? So he can push this lane and then farm backwards, or the other decision that he can take, he can take this tower. So now that I see that Shaker does not have Echo, and he has that information because Echo was used bottom, and Doom TP'd bot, and he does not have Doom, I would say he would pressure the tower, right? So he's gonna pressure the tower, which is good. That's what you wanna do with Helm. And now he can play aggressive here, but simply because he has information. And now he's just gonna, is he gonna go back? I would go back and farm. What is he gonna do with this creep? Let's see. He's gonna fuck with the enemy. A lot of people would just use this creep to do different shit, but look at what he's doing. Gathering information and all of these things. Okay. Now we want to think about another thing. Shaker has Echo. He knows there's information. And we want to like kind of think about where is he going to go and farm. So let's just see something like 10 seconds backward here in terms of like farming. This is just like random prediction, right? Okay, so he does not see information on the map. Now we have to like kind of predict where is he going to farm. Is he going to go deeper here? Or is he just going to go back? Based on the information of the map, they don't have Doom, but they have Echo. And Shaker's missing, and he saw Shaker here, so Shaker could come here and kill him. But there's one thing that is different. Let's just say we predicted that, okay, I'm just saying that, okay, no. I don't think he would go deeper here because it's dangerous. Shaker and Snapfire could kill him. But he's probably going to go deeper. And the reason why he's going to, like right now, my decision is incorrect, just for the sake of the example. But here's the thing. He did this because Oracle's standing behind him. If Oracle was not standing behind him, he would just go backwards there. So if he gets gone on here, Oracle can save him, and then they can waste Echo and a lot of their spells. So yeah, that's how you can do these things. And they also like smoked bottom. I think they kinda also knew this was gonna happen. And now he's just like using this creep to do. He's trying to like cut the wave, but they're not letting him do that. But yeah, this is like some examples of how you can do it. So basically, if I have to like sum it up, what you want to do is you want to predict things, anything. It could be literally anything. Like for example, when I go on scoreboard, not even scoreboard, let's just say you saw this game on Pro Tracker or something, and you saw that, okay, these are the lineups. This is what I think he's going to be laning. So if I was him in this situation, what would my itemization be like? What items would I buy? So it could be something as simple as this. Okay, so I see his itemization. I'm like, why did he buy what he bought? So he probably went these 3 items. I'm thinking that I would go Lincolns in this game because the only way they can like pop my Lincolns is with Doom, and if they can't Doom me, I can play the map freely. But he does not go Doom. So I don't know why he does not go Lincolns. I don't know why he doesn't go Lincolns, but my guess is that he's playing close to his team and they can help him. And then it's better. And I'm thinking, why did he buy BKB? Now my question is, if he goes in, he doesn't want to get chain stunned into oblivion. That's why he bought BKB. And I'm thinking, why did he buy Butterfly? Simply because he's playing versus Troll. If he has Butterfly, Troll can never kill him, right? Itemizing for the best case. Like he sees that Troll is going S and Y, he sees that as an opportunity and gets like Butterfly, and now this guy doesn't have S and Y, and he has Butterfly, and then it's kind of impossible for them to play. So yeah, even without going in the replay, you can learn a lot. So basically, to sum it up, predict what he was going to do. You're going to predict from your own game sense, things that you would do. And if your decision is incorrect, you want to pause, you want to take a breath, you want to ask yourself, why the fuck did he not do this? What's the reasoning behind him not doing this? And you will eventually come to the right conclusion. And when that happens, you will remember it for the rest of your life. A better thing that you can do is that if you learn something, you can write it down and you can play a game and you can implement that thing. And when you implement that thing, it's going to stay with you forever, almost forever. It's like a very good learning process. And that's how you can use pro replays to improve your own game. It's not just to analyze them, it improves your game sense as well, which in return is obviously going to help you get MMR, get ranks, and whatever. So yeah, that's about all I have to add. If you don't want to do this process by yourself, I offer coaching services that can help you as they have for other students. I have a package called the Immortal package that offers unlimited coaching till you get the Immortal rank. I'm offering the first person who gets the Immortal package a 15% discount on the listed price. If you're interested, check out my website at paintdota.com or join my Discord linked in the description before the discounted slot runs out. Other than that, this video is from Dota Academy where I do a lot of exclusive content, such as hero guides, smurf lobbies, and pro analysis. So check that out as well if you're interested. Thank you for watching and I hope the video was helpful.